Dear parishioners, parents and people of goodwill, we hear on this 18th Sunday of Year A the words of Matthew's Gospel. When Jesus heard that Herod had beheaded John the Baptist, Jesus withdrew and abode to a deserted place by himself. All of us know physical pain, the pain of kicking our toe against the foot of the bed, and how that feels. We know the pain of occasional headaches or toothache or earaches, but emotional pain is quite often worse for us. The loss, in particular, of someone who has died, who is a family relative or close friend or someone we respected greatly. I remember many, many years ago, as a boy, I would have been about 6 years of age, when my mother said something and she looked, rather serious when she said it. It went in one ear, might have gone out the other, but I realised something is important. And she said, "Don't annoy your father today. Don't annoy your father today." It was only after that I realised that my grandmother had died and my father needed some time to reflect and to acknowledge what had happened, to feel the sadness or the grief, and thirdly, to withdraw or take some time out. And some people take a day out, a week, a month. We all need a certain amount of time, with varying circumstances, to feel that grief, acknowledge it. I know back in 1990, my mother died. It wasn't unexpected at the time. And after the funeral, I decided, I might take all this week off. I could, because there were 3 priests in this big parish, and the other 2 agreed that it would be good if I took some time out of the week. I appreciated what they did for me at the time, but I also felt that I need to acknowledge this grief of mine, to feel the sadness or grief, and to take some time off. I took all that week off, and I felt terrific after the week because I had acknowledged what I needed to acknowledge and reflected on my mum's life and what she meant to me, as my father had taken his time to reflect on his mother's life. So we hear the gospel today. When Jesus heard that Herod had beheaded John the Baptist, Jesus withdrew and abode to a deserted place by himself. Jesus, even himself, acknowledged that this was a certain sadness for him and he needed to take some time out. I leave that with you today and say to you, it's important that we acknowledge emotional pain, whether it's the loss of someone, but we do need to acknowledge it. We need to feel the sadness or grief, and we need to take time out. Over and out again from Father Greg online.